Hey girl, it's Dr. Aisha. You've been looking at Black Love University and you've been trying to make a decision. On one hand, you're like, yes, I want to do this. On the other hand, you're like, well, I can't afford it. I got to think about it. I got to pray about it. I'm not so sure. If you're in that place, you're not really making a good decision, because a decision is a yes or a no. If you're saying I got to think about it, that's not a decision. You're putting it off. So I want to help you with a decision-making strategy you can use for the rest of your life on whether or not Black Love University is a good fit for you right now. So I want you to grab a piece of paper and pause the video if you have to so you can go find one. But a piece of paper and a pen. Go ahead, I'm not playing. Go get one. And I want you to make 3 columns. On one hand, column is going to be benefits. The second column is going to be costs. And the final column is going to be budget. In benefits, I want you to list all the things that will be good for you if you make this decision. So for example, I was talking with a single mom and she was frustrated with dating. She wasn't sure if she had enough time to date and, was wondering what she should do about that. With the questions I asked her, we found out that it had nothing to do with the online dating sites and the guys she was meeting. It had to do with the fact that she was stressed out, that she was arguing with her ex-husband because she was feeling resentful that she had to do all the work. This resentment was causing her to stress out. It was causing her to overeat. It was causing her to yell at her kids. So by the time her friend said, hey, let's go out, she was so upset. She was like, I don't even want to be bothered. So something like Black Love University would help her, because the tools that we're starting with in the very first video teaches you how to recognize your patterns, what causes you to get stressed out, the beliefs that you're thinking that's causing the feelings so that you're giving off the wrong vibes to men, and completely changing those beliefs so that you actually feel different, your body language is different, and you start attracting a different kind of man. Well, this is going to affect the way she communicates with her ex-husband, the way she communicates with her children. It could help her to stop overeating, right? So that she can deal with stress in a completely different way. So I want you to list all those benefits, right? It's not just about meeting men, but this is going to transform your whole life. You might lose some weight working with us because you're not going to be going back into your old patterns of dealing with things. You're going to have a new way of thinking about men and about yourself and enjoying the dating process. Okay, so list all those benefits in that column. Now I want you to list the cost, but I'm not talking about the cost that you're actually paying. I'm talking about the cost of you not doing it. Dr. Miles Monroe said this. He said, time is currency. When we say, like, how do you spend your time? We're talking about how you're purchasing things with your time. So whatever you spend your time on, that's what you bought. So what is the cost of you not doing this in terms of time? Are you going to miss out on having children or the family that you desired? Is this going to cause you to be less confident because you're getting older and you're more insecure about your body and you think guys don't want to be with you because of that? Is this going to cause you to go back to your ex-boyfriend when he texts you on New Year's Eve because you're feeling lonely? Are you going to continue to overeat as a way to fill the loneliness? What are the costs, right, of you not doing this? What is it going to cost you to wait another year? What is the cost for you to keep dating the same way? You're going to be frustrated and you're going to be stressed out. If you're a single mom, what's the cost of you having to keep being by yourself and telling yourself that you don't get to have love? What are you communicating to your children and telling them about love and relationships, about what they get to have in their lives? What would it look like if you had the right partner in your life? What would be easier for you? And so if you don't have the right partner, that's the cost, right? You're having to struggle. You're having to be alone. You're spending money in other areas, right? Where if you had the right partner, you'd have 2 incomes in the home and you could do more together. So write all those costs down. What is the cost of you not making a decision today? Also think about this, that it might not be here next year. And that has happened with some of my clients where they had to think about it And it took them 6 months. And by the time they came back to me, that program was gone. And the only option for them was something that cost 3 times the amount that the program that they wanted to take. So procrastination costs you something. Not being able to make a decision costs you something. And I want you to be clear about that. Okay. Now you've got your benefits, you've got your costs, and now you're going to list out your budget. So the total investment for this program is $3,000. You can also I'm happy to finance it with a payment plan that's $475 a month. If you break it down to a day, that's about $16 a day. So I want you to go into your budget and I want you to look at where are you spending $16 in ways that are not investing into yourself. So do you eat out at lunch almost every day? That's a good 16 to 20 bucks depending on where you're going. What about Starbucks? What about your gel nails? What about hair and weaves and hair products that are just underneath the cabinet that you don't even use anymore? What about your shoe habit or your handbag habit? What about things that, money that you're just mindlessly spending because whenever you feel something uncomfortable, you're stressed or whatever, you just go spend. Look at the budget, print it out, and find where you have $16 or more, where you're spending on things that are not investing in you. A lot of us sisters have been taught to put our money on us. Makeup, hair, nails, clothes, cars, and they're all displays to try to make us feel better and to tell the world that we're doing okay. But on the inside, we haven't invested into our heart. Listen, you are your best investment. You are your best asset. So look for ways that you can invest into yourself. Black Love University is that investment. So I hope that I'm able to help you make a good decision because I don't want fear to win. I don't want you to look back on this during the holidays and wish you took action. I don't want you to use this as a way to beat yourself up. And I don't want you to continue in your current dating patterns. I want to thank you for listening and allowing me to help you make a good, solid decision. I want to close with this. I was watching Annie with my kids last night, and Jamie Foxx's character said something to Annie when she was trying to get him to come to a party and have fun and stop working so much. And he kept saying no. And he said, "You don't take no for an answer, do you?" And she said, "Well, whenever I hear someone say no, I think it's because they actually are afraid to say yes." Now, if that's you, you've been saying, "I can't afford it, I'll think about it," because you've been afraid to say yes. I want to encourage you to not let fear win and to make a good decision that's going to transform your life. I'm here for you and I'm not going to let you fail. You've got a whole group of sisters that are waiting for you. Let's make a good decision. Make it a yes, and I'll see you in Black Love University. Bye-bye.